Alright, well, the sun came out again today, thankfully, and I was able to collect some data, and it looks like we just might possibly have a winner. This looks pretty close to a straight line. There was the last data point I got out there on the left. The sun was kind of, I have a note there saying 80%, so like there was a little bit of cloud in the air, so it wasn't 100% sunlight, but I don't think it moves that much with a smaller sundial as opposed to what I've showed with other shadows, bigger shadows, but I just wanted to mention that so people are aware when looking at this. But I think it's pretty close. It's food for thought, definitely. What this tells me, so I collected data on the 19th, the 20th, the 21st, and today. And it definitely, on the 19th, looks like we're still looking at a curve, and then for the 20th and the 21st it's getting smaller and smaller, and today it almost looks like it completely went away. And the interesting thing is, I'm going to have to look into this more, but today is the day that I guess Google was saying the fall equinox was going to occur. Now I don't know how I feel about that. It's a tricky thing. I realized when Jerry made the claim that he was seeing the equinox on a different day, like, I knew I had to prove it for myself, and so for the past year and a half, I've been attempting to try and confirm these things to see whether they were so, like a good Berean, and, but prior to today, or I guess maybe I've been starting to wonder a little bit in the past half year or so, but I've wondered, the thought has crossed my mind, like I know it just seems hard to believe with all the technology we have today that, like, I used to look at Google and be like, oh, Google, where'd they get their data? It's some kind of calculation. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm going to look more into it, because from the data I collected for the past 4 days, it's looking like the straight line may have happened today. And like I said in my other videos, I don't know if that even necessarily says the equinox happened today. I'd like to see someone in the south and someone near the equator get the straight line and the curves as well to confirm that. But it's interesting, because according to Jerry and Juan, I believe they claim that when you see the straight line, that is what confirms the equinox event. But as I've expressed in my other videos, I just have concerns with all the geometry going on. I don't know if this is so, but one thing is certain, or appears to be definitely something for people to ponder, is something unexpected appears to have happened. This is not happening the way that I think we've been, people like Jerry or Juan have been saying it would happen, possibly. And I just hope more people get out there and start to confirm these things. I might be wrong, but I've been doing this for a year and a half now, and I'm starting to get a pretty good feel for it. So I'm not saying it's 100. I might be wrong, but it is kind of looking suspicious, especially since it lined up with what Google was saying. Now I wonder if it's possible, even though I think NASA may have a corrupt side to it. I don't even know where Google gets its data, timeanddate.com, or if it's calculated or something, but I'm going to look into it a little more. But nothing beats being able to confirm these things with your own eyes. So I'm curious to look to see possibly what Google has to say, and but certainly with seeing the straight line pattern, like we were supposed to see it. Oh gosh, I forget what Jerry or Juan was saying, but according to what they were saying originally, I think we should have either we should have seen it on, I forget exactly, on the 18th or 19th, but it's like 2 or 3 days later now. So anyway, not saying this is conclusive of anything necessarily, but I think it is looking a little fishy. So when I record, try to do this in the future, I think I'm not just going to be looking for these solar events to happen per the timing that Jerry has claimed, and I don't want to come across as though I'm saying, Jerry and Juan is right. I am, it was such a wonderful thing, definitely, to see Juan get inspired by Jerry doing it, and then he went out and he did it, and we need more of that, and so this is just iron sharpening iron. We should prove these things for ourselves and not just take anyone's word for it, and we can prove these things for ourselves. And so I just want to encourage everyone, even Juan and Jerry, to keep doing this. But I guess when I do it in the future, I'll always try and precede the event with like a prep for event video to kind of let people know what I was thinking for this upcoming event, so they have ideas. Maybe they can try something similar, or whatever, something different, whatever if they got another idea. But from the looks of it, I guess I'm going to be checking out to see possibly what these other organizations say, Google or whatnot, and so in addition to trying to confirm the dates that Jerry and Juan were saying, I think I'm going to have to also look at a wider range. We're just in pioneering territory. So anyway, as far as this event goes, unfortunately it looks like it's going to be cloudy tomorrow, so I really don't think I'm going to get any more data. But if the sun does come out, I'll try and collect a little more data, because I'd like to see for sure, I'd like to see that pattern flip. Like I've said in my other videos, I think you need 3 days of data in a row straddling the solar event to confirm. Because, looked pretty straight today, but who is to say it might not be as straight or straighter the next day? Like, I think you need 3 days of data to confirm that the flip of the arc has occurred. And so I don't think I'm going to get that. I've been recording for 4 days in a row, and that was, I think, kind of a nice blessing that I even got the 4th day to record today. But unfortunately it does look like the rain's going to settle in, so nothing has been confirmed with absolute certainty this time around, but it does look like potentially these events might be happening a little later than what we had thought, or I guess according to the timing that Jerry and Juan have said. But I don't know. So anyway, I'll record a little more data next week, because I do want to show you guys how the data flips, just so we have a good example of that. I think I did that with the summer solstice event. I showed you how the shadow eventually started to return back like a week or 2 later. So I'll try and do that again, just so that you can see what's going on, and so that I can see once and for all again. I'd like to get good documentation of what's actually happening with that pattern. But anyway, I hope more and more people look into these things, and please feel free to email me if you want to talk about any of this stuff, or talk about it in the comments below this video. Have discussion, and I just pray that we all learn to work together, and we're given more and more wisdom and more opportunity to confirm these things. And so anyway, I guess that's it for now. Shalom, and may Yah bless you as you continually seek out His truths with a pure heart.